What if the truth isn't real at all? Welcome to Distilled Library. Today, we're not just reading a book, we are cracking open the ultimate dictator's playbook, George Orwell's 1984. We're going to see how it lays out a chilling blueprint for deceiving you. So let's just ask it straight up. Is your reality a lie?
No, I'm serious just for a second. What if the facts you trust, the history you were taught, heck, even the words you use to think, what if it was all just a system, a giant machine designed to keep you in line? So let's dive in. See, we're not going to treat 1984 like just some old story. We are going to analyze it as a manual, a terrifyingly effective guide for how to completely dismantle reality. And the first step in this playbook? Well, it's the most fundamental one. Tactic number 1. The foundation of total control isn't about conquering the future. It's about completely erasing the past. Because if you can control memory, you control what's even possible. The goal is to get people into a state of mind where, just let that one sink in for a minute. When the past is totally gone, and the future is something you can't even imagine, what's left? There's just the party's endless, suffocating present. And to get there, they don't just, hope people forget. No. They build a whole government department to make them forget. And get this, they call it the Ministry of Truth. Which, of course, in the completely twisted logic of this world, means its only job is to pump out lies. And this isn't some one-time edit. We're talking about a relentless industrial-scale process of rewriting history every single day. So let's see what a day at the office looks like for them. So every single day, newspaper articles, photos, books, they're all corrected to match whatever the party needs to be true today. And the originals? Poof, they're sent down something called a memory hole. Basically a furnace, and incinerated. If an official falls out of favor, they become an un-person. They're not just fired, they're erased from existence. Need a war hero to inspire people? No problem. They'll just invent one from scratch, like Comrade Ogilvy, and write him into the history books as if he was always there. And this right here is the mind-bending result of all that work. Imagine you're at a rally, screaming your lungs out against the enemy, Eurasia. Then, all of a sudden, a speaker announces that the enemy has changed. It's now East Asia. Instantly, everyone around you starts tearing down the posters. The war with Eurasia? Oh, that never happened. We've always been at war with East Asia. And because every single document, every photo, every record in the world has been changed to prove it, there's no proof otherwise. Your own memory becomes the lie. All right, so they've got the past on lockdown. But how do they control what's happening right now, inside your own head? Well, Tactic 2 is all about getting inside your mind. And this takes more than just memory holes. This requires some seriously sophisticated psychological tools. The party's ultimate weapon is a new language called newspeak. And the genius of it, it's terrifying, isn't in adding new words, it's in destroying old ones. They strip the language down, they remove all the nuance. The logic is simple and absolutely chilling. If there's no word for freedom, how can you even think about being free? The goal is to make rebellion, or what they call thought crime, literally unthinkable. Now, once you've crippled the language, you can install the master program, doublethink. This is the absolute core of their psychological control. It's the ability to hold two completely opposite ideas in your head at the exact same time and believe both of them. So you know that the records were just changed yesterday, but you also truly believe, that the war was always with East Asia. You are consciously choosing to accept the lie as the truth. And the party slogans that are plastered everywhere are the ultimate daily workout in doublethink. War is peace? Well, yeah, a constant state of war keeps the people at home under control, creating a weird kind of internal peace. Freedom is slavery? Sure, if you're free from having to think for yourself, you're free from the burden of making a mistake. Ignorance is strength? Absolutely. The ignorance of the masses is what gives the party its unbreakable strength. It sounds completely insane, but through doublethink, it becomes a twisted kind of logic. Okay, let's do a quick playbook check. The past is gone, reality is totally flexible, but you've still got one big problem: human emotion. People are miserable, the food is terrible, life is grim. You can't just erase those feelings. So what's the next move in the playbook? You don't erase them, you weaponize them. You give them a target. And this is where Tactic 3 comes in. Manufacture hate. Every single day, like clockwork, all citizens have to gather for the 2 minutes hate. It's this mandatory national ritual where the face of the state's #1 enemy, Emmanuel Goldstein, is blasted on a giant screen. And this is the moment the party takes all that pent-up misery and frustration and directs it into one single-focused blast of pure rage. And just listen to the language Orwell uses to describe it, a horrible ecstasy. This isn't just about being angry. It's a release. It's cathartic. This manufactured rage is like a pressure valve for all the real-world misery they're feeling. It unites everyone against a common enemy, and it drains them of any energy they might have used to, actually rebel. It's genius social control, disguised as an emotional outlet. But what if that daily dose of hate isn't enough? What if you still got that little nagging flicker of doubt in your mind? Well, that's where the ever-present threat of the thought police comes in. They don't just punish what you do, they punish what you think. Even having the wrong expression on your face during a party announcement is a crime, a face crime. You are never, ever safe. And this might just be the most terrifying tactic of them all. The party turns the family itself into a weapon. Children are brought up in these youth groups like the Spies, and they're taught that the party is their real family. They're actually praised and celebrated for listening in on their own parents and reporting any sign of dissent. The most basic human bond is twisted into an instrument of constant surveillance. Okay, I know. It's an unbelievably bleak picture. A world where history, language, and even love are all weapons used by the state. But here is the most important thing to remember. Orwell didn't write this as a how-to guide for dictators. He wrote it as a warning for us. He was showing us the exact mechanisms of control, and these things are timeless. Understanding this playbook of deception is the absolute first step in defending ourselves against it. So let's flip the script. If that's their playbook, what's ours? Let's build our own counter-playbook for defending reality. So I've got a little micro-experiment for you. A small act of rebellion you can do today. Step 1, find any news headline. Doesn't matter what it is. Step 2, ask the most powerful question there is. Who benefits if I believe this is true? Step 3, just spend 5 minutes, that's it, 5 minutes, digging for an opposing viewpoint. You don't have to agree with it, just find it. And finally, step 4, share one tiny detail you discovered in the comments below. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. The party's real power wasn't just the surveillance. It was that people stopped questioning what they were told. The first step to owning your own reality is simply to question it. The moment you ask why, you start to take back control. So our final question is for you. What will you question today?